Hello everyone, it's me, Cubby, with another personal spin. It's been a while because I've not been well, and then I've been busy, and then I've been doing other stuff, but I'm finally back with another personal spin. This time I'm doing Trivium's new album, The Sin in the Sentence, which I've been listening to over and over and over and over and over and over again for ages. So, let's begin. Firstly, Trivium are a band that have split the opinions of the metal world right down the middle since pretty much their first or second album, probably from Ascendancy, their second album, with some people going, "Oh, it's not real metal," and others going, "Yeah, it's the most amazing thing ever," and stuff like that. And then they brought out the Crusader, and then more people were like, "Oh, it's rubbish, oh, it's just like, ugh." And then they brought out Shogun, which was much better. Then they brought out a series of albums that was sort of, good, not great, but not really bad either, you know, they were just good. They were good. That's all you can say about them, really. They were good. And then they brought out The Sin in the Sentence. Ha ha ha. The band have seriously sort of had a kick up the bum, is the only thing I can think of. Yeah. The band have somehow managed to combine all the good bits from the last every album, from Embers to Inferno to Silence in the Snow, and can join them together in a mishmash of stuff, brutal metal. And I can say brutal because for the first time ever, I think anyway, that I can remember, Trivium have used blast beats. Now this might be because of their new drummer Alex Bent, who is from Brain Drill, and another band which I've just forgotten the name of, Battle Cross, I think it was. And anyway, but Brain Drill, you know, there's definite Brain Drill influences in the new Trivium album. It's got blast beats and then like a sugary type stuff, and then there's just some seriously good riffs, and like on Beyond Oblivion and Sin and Sentence, the two opening tracks are pretty, you know, they start as they mean to go on. They're chuggy and riffy, and then there's like guitar leads that are cool and bass bits, and just everything about it is cool. They've managed to think of hooks and ideas that will make the songs stand out, pretty much. And that brings me on to the vocals. Right, Heafy again has managed to split people for a long time. He's largely abandoned screaming for quite some time. On this album he's brought screaming back to a degree. There's still mostly singing, and some of the screaming, growling, whatever you want to call it, is not questionably him. There's a lot of post-processing going on, I think. But it still makes for a kick-ass album. There's lots of growling and screeching and layered vocals and stuff. Like on the opening track, The Sin and Sentence, the chorus is sung with the Sin and Sentence growled underneath. Other instances of interesting stuff happening on the album are, let me just look at my notes. Yes. Anyway, other interesting thingies are Betrayer. It opens up like, and then it just sort of goes bloom, and then stops and goes twingy twangy twing, and it's all like really kind of out of the blue, and it's good because it means they're trying different things, interesting things. They're not just gonna do predictable stuff, and then it gets sort of heavier into the sort of second half of the verse. The only trouble with this is they seem to have done it on every single song. They trick you. They're like, haha, blast beats and chuggy riffs, and then singing la 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 and stuff like that, and it gets a little bit old. And so it's cool because it's dynamic, but they kind of ended up using the same formula on almost every song, which gets a bit samey. There's other things that don't quite work in the album, such as On Beyond Oblivion, which is a great song, but then it's got this weird refrain that just goes beyond oblivion for ages, and it just seems like they did that to make the song longer, so they could pad out the running time, which is my other issue with it. As good as the album is, it's just a bit too long. It just feels at times like they've made the song longer than it really needs to be, just so that it can be longer, so they can go, yeah, we've released an almost hour-long album, rather than a nice, concise sort of 45-minute album or 40-minute album or whatever. So, yeah, it's not without its faults, but it's definitely a step up for the band, that's for sure. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the album, really. They do leave the album on possibly the best song, which is called Thrown Into the Fire. I think that one is really good. It's just really intense. It's like, so that's cool. So, yes, overall, the album is quite possibly the best they have released ever, and yes, I do mean even better than Ascendancy in some ways. In other ways, it just needed a bit more editing and a bit less of a formulaic predictableness that started off not being predictable but then ended up being predictable, and that's pretty much it. But Alex Bennett has definitely kicked them up the butt, that's for sure. So overall, I give the album a solid 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for watching. I have been Cubby on A Personal Spin, where I give you personal spins on music, and possibly movies soon, because I have an unlimited card. Yay. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon again. Bye.